Okay, guys, this is part 2 of your notes. This is on the distributive property. So we just combined like terms. Now we're going to use the distributive property. And then what we'll do is we're going to use the distributive property and we're going to combine like terms. So I'm going to just make this just a little bit bigger. You should have this written out. If you don't have a printer, you guys, it shouldn't take that long. Okay. So we're going to do it the long way. I'm sure you guys remember how to do it. I always make a little line. So it's 12 times y and then 12 times 3. 12 times y equals 12y. I'm going to put the addition sign there. And then 12 times 3 is 36. First answer. Now we're going to have 8 times 2. And 4n times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. There's a plus sign. 4n times 2, so you multiply the 4 and the 2, and you get 8n. So you can multiply, but you can't add anything. So you can multiply anything, you just can't add anything. Okay, now, look here. I have negative 3 times 2. I have negative 3 times 5q. So negative 3 times 2 goes here. Now, just like we did in like terms, when I go to put this is negative 5q, so I need to put that there. So you take the sign with it, okay? Now, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Now, you can put the plus there. We'll put the plus there. And then negative 3 times negative 5 is 15q. You guys, you can always put a plus sign, an addition symbol. You just have to remember you got to carry the signs with you. Okay, so we have another problem. So we're going to do negative 4 times negative 8. So negative 4 times negative 8, I'm going to do negative 4 and that negative 3m. So negative 4 times negative 8, I'm going to put negative 8 there. Then I'm going to do negative 4 times negative 3m. Well, the negative 4 is there, so I need to write the negative 3m. And now I'm going to multiply. Negative 4 times negative 8 is 32. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12m. Now, you guys, for your notes, I want you to I want you to write it out. If you guys can do it in your head, that's fine. But I do want to see the little arrows going to the line so I know you know how to use the distributive property. Okay? Now look at this, you guys. We're going to multiply here. We're going to multiply 3 times. So that, if you do that, that shows me work, you guys, and then you can give me your answer. But for your notes, write it all out. So 4y. So I'm going to put the y here. Then I'm going to put the 3x here. And look, you guys, that's a negative 2, so I'm going to put the negative 2 here. Okay, so... Okay, so this put the negative 4 there. So we're going to... I'm going to show you something. So you can either put the negative here. I would prefer you not to do that. I would prefer you to make this negative. So right here, you guys, we're going to make this negative 2. We're going to make that a plus sign. That should always be plus and this is negative. So 4 times y is 4y. 4 times 3 is 12x. And now 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. You could put plus negative 8. You could put 4y plus 12x minus 8. I don't care. It's just that 4 is positive, so we need to do 4 times negative 2. So on this one, I'll show you what I mean. So I'll show you. This one's a little bit easier. So negative 8 times 2. So we can write it out. We're going to do it in our heads. What is negative 8 times 2? negative 16m. Negative 8 times 3n. Now, if you want to, you can put plus there. We're just going to have to put parentheses around. Negative 8 times 3 is negative 24n. Negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. You could write it like that, or you could write it like this. You guys, again, you can multiply, but 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So you can write negative 8 or negative 8 there. Okay, that's the distributive property. So let's practice down here. So I'm going to use my little magic tricks here. And what I mean by that is my little. So 8 times 2 is 16x. 8 times negative 5 is negative 40. You guys, we're going to act like this is not here, and this is negative 3 times y. So you guys, this becomes a negative 3. So negative 3 times y is negative 3y. Negative 3 times 16. No, you don't have to do it in your head. Get your calculator out. Use your calculator. Negative 3 times 16 is negative 48. You may have to do it, but for right now, you can use your calculator. Do you see how that 14 is not anywhere in parentheses? We're going to put it out to the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine those like terms. So we have 16x, and that's it. So we're going to put 16x here. Then I see the negative 3y. This is the only negative 3y, you guys. So we're going to put negative 3y. Then I see a negative 40, a negative 48, and a negative 14. Yes, there should be another box here. Yes, I messed up. So negative 40 and negative 48, they're both negative. So it would be negative 88. Negative 88 plus 14. Well, you have more negatives than you do positives, so my answer is going to be negative. 88 and 14 becomes 74. And now my final answer is 16x minus 3y minus 74. Okay. Yeah, these are long, but you can do them. Okay, let's do this. Negative 2 times A, negative 2 times B, negative 2 times 3C. 5 times 2A, 5 times B, 5 times 4C. So, negative 2 times A. What is negative 2 times A? My new term would be negative 2A. Negative 2 times B is negative 2b. Negative 2 times 3c is negative 6c. You guys notice when I say negative, I write minus. It's okay to do that, okay? Then we have positive 5 times 2a, so that's positive 10a. I have positive 5 times negative b, that's negative 5b. And then I have a positive 5 times a positive 4, so that's a positive 20c. Now we're going to combine like terms. So you guys, negative 2 times A is negative 2A. Negative 2 times B is negative 2B. Negative 2 times 3C is negative 6C. But notice that when they're all together, it becomes a minus sign. 5 times 2A is 10A. 5 times negative B is negative 5B. And 5 times 4C is positive 20C. Now let's combine them. Negative 2a and positive 10a. Well, 10 plus negative 2, you had 10a's, you spent 2a's, you have 8a left over. 2b and negative 5b. So negative 2b and negative 5b, You owed me 2 B's. You borrowed another 5 B's. You owe me 7 B's. And then finally, negative 6C plus 20 C's. You had 20 C's. You spent 6 of them. You still have money. You still have C's left over. 40 C's. Now, the very last thing we're going to do is write a full expression. So we have 8A minus 7B plus 14C. Again, we multiplied. It's a lot. Your worksheet won't be as much as this, you guys, I promise, okay? Now, last one. So these are your basic, it gets a little bit harder, but let's start. So I want you to pause the video right here. Pause it. Okay? And try these and then check them. Okay? So you're going to pause it. You're going to try it, and then you're going to check them. So I'm going to do this. So 5 times m was 5m. 5 times 2 is 10. 5m and 6m, because that 6m wasn't in parentheses, so it just hangs out. But now they're like terms, so 5 and 6 is 11. So this one, we're going to go backwards. So 3x times negative 3. 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. Negative 2y times negative 3 is positive 6y. Now, negative 3 times a. That 4 is going to stay there. 4 doesn't go anywhere. Negative 3 times a is negative 3a. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. So that 4 doesn't do anything. You don't combine it. That negative 3 gets multiplied. So negative 3 times a is negative 3a. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Right here, this 4 and this negative 6. You guys, you had $4. You spent 6. You didn't have enough money, so that's negative 2. Nothing combines with that 3, so we're just going to leave it like that. Do you want to try the last one? Last one. So the 9n is going to stay, so we're only going to distribute the negative 5. The 9n stays. Negative 5 times m is negative 5m. Negative 5 times negative 2, negative times a negative is a positive. And then that 6m just stays on at the end. I have a 6, I have a 9n, and I have a 10n. Well, 9 plus 10 would be 19n. And then I have negative 5m and 6m. Well, you spent 5 of your m's and you had 6 m's, so you have 1 m left over. You can put the 1 in front if you want to. Oh, you didn't even see me do that. I am so sorry. Or did you? Hopefully. You can put the 1 in front, you guys, but you don't have to. And that's it for these. Thanks.